This is Matrix Lord 212. So let's talk about Doctor Who. Yesterday I watched Type 40 Podcast's 200th episode anniversary. And I was in the chat engaging with the panel, as everybody else was. And there was a shocking announcement that was made that they said, according to their source, 100% positive, they said, that Disney Plus had dumped Doctor Who, canceled it. They're not going to do any Christmas specials. It's done. Now, immediately, my eyes opened like, wait, what? That's not what my sources said, and there's no documentation anywhere that says this. Nothing. So, immediately I thought, all right, it's an anniversary episode 200. Maybe he's doing this because he wanted to do something for the anniversary. But he went on. I'm like, is this an opinion? He's like, no, this is 100%. Our sources are 100%, and we're going with it, and this is it. And I'm like, the moment I heard that there was no Christmas special, I'm like, no, because Russell T. Davies had said the first thing, even before really talking about the episodes and everything, he brought Doctor Who back with 3 60th anniversary specials and a Christmas special. And he went on to say that one of the biggest things that was like a disgrace was the fact that there is no Doctor Who Christmas special for years. And that families look forward to that, regardless of there being seasons and stuff. That was a tradition in the United Kingdom. And he is going to bring that back, and Doctor Who will be guaranteed to have a Christmas special every single year. Even more so than the season. Like if Doctor Who was in jeopardy, let's say, and let's say they couldn't do a full season, they would do a Christmas special no matter what. So that was a bold thing he said. Don't ever worry, there's always going to be a Doctor Who Christmas special. So when it was discussed, after the 3 anniversary specials and the Christmas special that was all filmed together and at the same time as a block, it was revealed that there would always be 8 episodes in the season plus a Christmas special. So Ncuti Gatwa would film 9 episodes as part of the season, meaning the 8 episodes plus a Christmas special. So when you count season 1, he filmed season 1 and Joy to the World. Okay? When it comes to season 2, he filmed season 2 and the special that didn't air yet to be aired on Christmas of 2025. Okay? So Dan had gone on to say there is no Christmas special this year. It is done. They're going to cancel it. And I kept going on like, what do you mean? They didn't even air the spinoff yet. I'm like, but that makes no sense. Because they're not going to cancel it before they air everything they filmed, because they would destroy their own product, Disney Plus. That being the War Between the Land and the Sea ratings, that they just spent tons of money for Doctor Who and the spinoff, that they want it to be productive and to do the best it could possibly do in the ratings. So they wouldn't do this. They wouldn't destroy the ratings before it airs. And the argument that Dan had was, well, they canceled Batgirl. I'm like, no, that's DC Comics. DC Comics and Marvel Comics are competitors, and Disney owns Marvel Comics, not DC Comics. So DC and Warner Brothers have canceled Batgirl after it was filmed, and Scooby-Doo sequel, and anything else that they've done. They don't care, and they cancel it even if it's completed. But that's not Marvel Comics. If Marvel Comics canceled anything, it wouldn't have gone that far. Like Inhumans was announced as a movie, but they never got anywhere to where they canceled it before it got anywhere, and they made it a TV show, which also got canceled because it was terrible even as a TV show. But Marvel Comics and Disney have never, ever canceled a show before it aired that they fully spent money into. Just like a movie, they never canceled a fully funded, paid for movie. That's DC. And DC Comics and Marvel Comics are separate. So I don't know why maybe made a mistake thinking that Disney owns DC. DC Comics and Marvel Comics completely separate, and Disney has never done that. Even with all the money they spent for Captain America, they would rather it fail than not release it at all. And they wouldn't do that. So, right there, I'm like, first of all, there's always going to be a Christmas special. Russell was very adamant about that. Now you're contradicting that. That's not the case. And the reason why he said there's no Christmas special, Dan, is because it fit the narrative. Because if the Christmas special existed according to Dan's universe, that would mean they couldn't cancel Doctor Who because they would have to wait for every single thing to air before they cancel Doctor Who. So, and he thinks that they could just cancel without even airing the spinoff. So I sort of saw that he started getting upset, and I decided, let me just cool off and not say anything and respect his podcast and just be nice. But complete bullshit, by the way. Now, again, I feel personally he did that when no one else did that without knowing if it's true or not. He took a big risk, the entire reputation of the Type 40 podcast on the line for an anniversary episode. That's what I feel, in my opinion. But again, if Disney were to cancel Doctor Who, they would have to air every single thing they filmed, which would be season 2, the spin-off, and the Christmas special. And he went on to say, Dan took the liberty of saying they didn't film the Christmas special. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Because they film it together. It's part of the package. 8 episodes plus a Christmas special. They film it together. You can't count the Church on Ruby Road as them filming that at the same time because it was a block of 3 specials and a Christmas special that they did for the anniversary, and that's counted as separate, completely separate. So when you add everything up together, okay, it makes sense, but he's just under the impression they didn't film the Christmas special. And I'm like, no, they did. They're just not going to tell you who wrote it and what it's about because it's far off. So I was very disappointed because, again, a lot of people in this community, especially Noel, had been like, there's no announcement of season 3, because I was telling everybody that season 3 is approved and they're going to film in January. And he's like, there's no evidence there whatsoever. There's no evidence. Nobody said anything about that. I'm shocked that Noel claims to be the guardian of the goddamn Whovian community where he'll tell you what the news is. I'm shocked that he didn't come after Type 40 making that announcement that Doctor was canceled when he came after me saying that season 3 is being filmed and approved. But then again, that goes to show that Noel's bullshit with the Tartar Zone because he's friends with Dan, Spacebook, and Type 40, and he's going to let it slide because it's his people. So he basically is a hypocrite. Because if he really was, he would come after Type 40 and say, oh, no, there's no evidence that Doctor was canceled regardless of what you said, too. See? So that's the game that they friggin' play in this Whovian community. And again, I'm not being enemy. I don't want to be enemies with Type 40, and I'm not, where me and Noel are. But you can't, say that with 100% certainty when you have no idea what the fuck was filmed. I'm sorry. He films 8 episodes plus a Christmas special. And another thing that pissed me off was the fact that he wants to paint the picture that Shooty Gat was a horrible actor and has done nothing. He's like, what has Shooty Gatwood, listen to the podcast, what has Shooty Gatwood done in 3 years? Oh, we got, season 1 and a Christmas special. No, you got season 2 that didn't even air yet and another Christmas special. So he left that out, and he also left out the fact that Shooty filmed 2 movies, okay, that didn't air yet. So you want to bash the guy's career. Well, first of all, he's 10 months out of the year filming Doctor Who. So what the F could he possibly film? Which he did. He filmed 2 movies in the time. But the thing that they tried to paint with Shooty that got me mad too is that every single fucking doctor's been off after filming a season to do whatever the fuck they want to do for those 2 months or whatever. And he didn't do anything different than any other fucking doctor. They did their own shit. David Tennant did Hamlet. You know, Jodie Whittaker is doing the music, singing a song and doing other shit. They do their own shit, whatever they want to do in that time off. So that's not fair to come after Shooty like that and make it like he's done fucking nothing. And then to paint an imaginary fake-ass picture of, a fake thing that they heard from Mr. H Reviews podcast, that they're using it as their own, saying that he's not getting along with Russell because of one fucking thing. The one fucking thing being that Russell was pissed at Shooty when he first started, that he cursed on set, and he said the doctor doesn't curse on set. If you're dressed as a doctor, you're the doctor, you don't curse on set. There has never been anything else that has ever happened, and they are so tight and good with each other that they represent each other. They go to dinner, they wear Comic-Con together, they spent a lot of time together with the press, and Russell had went to Shooty's play. So there was no friction, there was no nothing, and because they're trying to spin it where Shooty's making movies so he can't appear, first of all, every fucking doctor in New Who, they've had Dr. Light episodes, so stop the bullshit. Stop the bullshit that it's just Shooty and he has commitments and he can't. Because when they hired him, they knew he was doing a TV show, Sex Education. And knowing that, that's why they brought David Tennant back, because Shooty wasn't ready and they didn't want to have a gap year of Doctor Who. So that's the story. They brought David Tennant and Catherine Tate back because Russell had already had lunch with them. And they said, we wish we could come back. He put it on the back of his mind. And when they hired Shooty, and they're like, he's not ready to film, I'm going to bring them back. And that's why he was brought back. So they wouldn't have a year without Doctor Who. And they had to respect Shooty's schedule. And that's why there was a Doctor Who Light episode with 73 yards. And also that he hardly appeared in Dot and Bubble. Okay? Because he was filming. But his commitments are over January 25th, and he will be filming Season 3 of Doctor Who for another 10 months, and you will get 8 episodes plus a Christmas special. And no, there's no word anywhere that Disney Plus has canceled Doctor Who, and no word anywhere that there is no Christmas special for 2025. That is a Dan Type 40 TARDIS. I'm sorry, that's Dan Type 40 Podcast's own thing. Nowhere else. That's only his statement, and that is not real. And I don't mean to call him out, but it's complete bullshit. And again, you got to be fair, okay? There's nowhere that says it. And it's not, to me, it's not a thing about tit for tat and battle, but like, I have a responsibility. Like, I've been doing this since 2011, reporting the news on Doctor Who. And yes, there are other people that do it too, but if there's a contradictory thing and there's a paradox, I have to point it out. You know, I mean, all these people want to be the top Whovian guy. They're all egos. You know what? It's sad, and I'm not enemies with Dan. I'm not enemies with Type 40, but they're wrong, 100%. Take care. Bye for now.